Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram,
Krishna
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Hare
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 Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram.
Krishna, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
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 Hare
Ram.
Ram, 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Ram, 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 Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram.
Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram.
Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Ram,
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 Ram.
Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram.
Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare
Krishna, Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram.
Hare Hare Ram, Hare
Hare
Ram, Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Ram, Hare
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram, Ram, Hare
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Ram,
Hare
Ram.
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
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 Ram, Hare
Ram.
Hare
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 Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
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 Hare
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Ram,
Ram,
Ram.
Ram, Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
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 Ram,
Ram,
Hare
Ram,
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 Ram, Ram,
Ram.
Hare
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 Krishna.
Krishna Mataji, can you please unmute yourself?
Sorry, Mataji. Mataji, I'm so sorry for the delay. Hare Krishna. Please accept my processes. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। आचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. Today, this is Padma from Virginia, welcoming all of you to the Bhakti Sangha conference call. Thank you all for attending the session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy names, which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in the Padma Purana. One, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Two, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of the Lord Vishnu. 3, to disobey the orders of spiritual master. 4, to blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be in imagination. 6, to give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8, to consider chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, Karma Kanda. 9, to instruct faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining the Bhakti Sangha conference call today. Let us move to our next session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. May I know who all have joined the call this morning?
हरे कृष्ण पद्मा माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम शिला प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय प्रीतिदासी फ्रॉम शार्लोट हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Priti Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga and all the assembled devotees. This is Yashamati Priya Devi Dasi from Chicago, Illinois.
Hare Krishna, Yashmati Priya Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev Vijay, Vrinda.
Hare Krishna Vrinda Gopika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Padma Mataji, or Guru Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajas. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumar Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Padma Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj, all glories to Assembly. This is Mohini Lakshmi from Detroit.
Hare Krishna, Mohini Lakshmi Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Padma Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna Vinita Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for joining the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mataji, should we read the introduction, Mataji? Or
Mataji, last time Prabhuji said it's an age-old introduction, Mataji. So I don't know if we got new introduction. So until we get a new introduction, we cannot read, Mataji.
oh, okay, yeah, I understand, Mataji.
Yeah, Prabhuji is there already on the call.
So do we okay, Mataji, let's go ahead and
Hare Krishna. I said I'll introduce myself.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila
New introduction, we cannot read, Mataji.
oh,
Yes, yes.
yeah, I understand, Mataji.
My introduction keeps changing every week.
So do we okay, Mataji, let's
Yes.
Prabhuji, you don't need any introduction, Prabhuji.
I should introduce myself.
Your services, your classes is spreading worldwide. You don't need any introduction, Prabhuji.
So
Thank
sweet.
you so much for your
Yeah,
association.
I
Thank you so much,
my
dear
introduction
devotees.
keeps changing every week.
Prabhuji, you don't need any introduction.
So what I'll do is I'll unmute everyone so that nobody all of a sudden decides to switch on their mic and takes over the class from me. I'm allowed to speak. Right, for that purpose, I've muted everyone except the co-hosts and the hosts. Nobody will be able to unmute. You want to say something very pressing, please raise your hand. But one thing is for sure you have to do is you have to turn on your videos. Otherwise, even I'll switch off my video and I'll talk.
Hare
So if you
Krishna
want to
Prabhu,
speak, yes, yes.
please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada. Thank you so much for giving your valuable time and introduction this morning, Prabhu. And yeah, I would like to yeah, please accept my humble obeisances, Prabhu. Please take over the call, Prabhu, whenever you are ready. This today's verse is 8, 15, 20, 15, 18 to 28, Prabhu. Hare
Okay, am I
Krishna.
audible?
Yes, Prabhu, you are audible for me.
Okay. Okay, good. Nice. If I'm audible for everyone, please prove it by turning on your videos.
I'm so sorry, Prabhu. That is a mistake.
Okay. Thank you, dear devotees. We'll start with prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन्निति नाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतुषे नमः हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरि वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयति गिरिं, यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं। श्रीचैतन्यमीश्वरं श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Extremely very grateful to all of you for assembling this early morning for me for the Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. The temperature outside is -10 only, and it's a very exciting experience to be giving class and receiving the warmth from Srimad Bhagavatam, right? And this is the first time ever it has happened to me. Of course, I've taken reading sessions, but Bhagavatam class where I've got 11 verses to take and cover. So I need blessings of all devotees because 11 shlokas we have to go. It's a storyline, so there is not much of purport, but somewhere here and there are short commentaries of acharyas which I would like to bring to devotees' notice, some additional points, but otherwise we'll just keep covering. Try to take one lesson or one main point from the translation, go ahead, and the final purport in the end, the final purport is something that is really amazing. There's a great secret for all of us if you want to become spiritually very strong. How many of you want to become spiritually very strong? Very strong spiritually, strong and stout. Yes, there is something in the end. So please stay till the end. Okay, so today we are going to be discussing from Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, 15th chapter, shloka number 18 to 28. Am I right? Yes, thank you. Just double checking. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tatho Jayamudiraye. Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. So what we'll be doing, I'll recite the verse, and any devotee eager to read the translation can raise their hand, and we'll give you a chance to read the translation. And if there is any explanation required, we'll have some discussion. Otherwise, we will keep proceeding ahead till we reach the final purport. Surastri Kesha Vibhrashta Navasaugandhika Srijam Yatra Modan Upadaya Marga Avati Marutaha. Yes, Kripamai Sita Mataji, please unmute and read the translation in maroon color.
Hare Krishna, Dandat Namata Prabhuji. The breezes blowing in the streets of the city bore the fragrance of the flowers falling from the hair of the women of the demigods. Thank you.
Thank you. So Bhagavatam plays three roles. Bhagavatam is Veda, knowledge. Bhagavatam is Purana, and Bhagavatam is also Kavya. So Bhagavatam plays these three roles one after the other. Kavya means poetry. As Veda, Srimad Bhagavatam is very heavy in giving instructions. Veda is like a very strict master. Do this, do that. Right? As Purana, Bhagavatam is like a friend. Okay, can you do this, man? Oh, thank you so much. And Kavya or poetry is like a lover. The lover many times doesn't have to say anything, just has to give a smile, and the work is done. So this is the poetic aspect of Srimad Bhagavatam, where the atmosphere, the environment and the mood of heavenly planets is being described here. Or right now it's cold, so there is something called a temperature and a feel like temperature. Those of you who do not know Canada, I'm just letting you know, there is a temperature, there is something called feel like temperature. So although temperature is something like -10, the feel like temperature will be much more, much lesser, because the winds, they cause the chills. Yes, the wind at 4 kilometers per hour, 5 kilometers per hour, 10 kilometers per hour, as the winds blow, it causes more chill. So here, similarly, here we can find that the breeze is flowing through the city, and what aroma it's carrying? The aroma is from the flowers falling from the hair of the women of the demigods. Hare Krishna, Devata women, their flowers. Earthly flowers, yes, fragrant. Heavenly flowers, altogether different experience. Let's go ahead. हेमज्जलाक्ष निर्गच्छद् धूमेना गुरुगन्धिना पाण्डुरेणा प्रतीक्षन्न मार्गे यान्ति सुरप्रियाः. Yes, who would like to read? Somebody else? Okay, Dayami Radha Prabhu.
Apsaras passed on the streets, which were covered with the white fragrant smoke of a guru, incense emanating from windows with golden filigree.
Okay. So overall, it's a very fragrant atmosphere. Different varieties of smells have filled the heavenly planets. Yes. Earthly planets, we don't usually find this level of fragrance. But then the heavenly atmosphere is always having, so the nose gets a lot of enjoyment in the heavenly planets. So the smoke came from the golden lattices of windows, and here Apsaras are called as Surapriya. They are very dear to the demigods. Who are demigods' favorite objects or favorite people? Surapriya, Apsaras. So these Apsaras, they are passing on the streets, and there is fragrance emanating from incense, Aguru incense. Very nice. Okay, let's go ahead. मुक्तावितानेर्मणिहेमकेतुभिर्नानापताकाविलभेभिरावृतां शिखण्डिपारावतभृङ्गनादितां वैमानिकास्त्रे कलगीतमङ्गलम्. Yes, who would like to read? Okay. Meenakshi Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Dharma Pranams. The city was shaded by canopies decorated with pearls, and the domes of the palaces had flags of pearl and gold. The city always resounded with the vibrations of peacocks, pigeons, and bees, and above the city flew airplanes full of beautiful women who constantly chanted auspicious songs that were very pleasing to the ear.
Yes, thank you. Now here if you find the entire city was decorated with pearls and all varieties of gold. This is the standard. If you see, to some degree this resembles Vaikuntha. If you read the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam 15th chapter, we will see there also the aeroplanes are golden in color. And they had lots of Vaimanika Chalalana. There also Lalanas means the Vaikuntha Sundaris. They are also present there. They are also singing auspicious songs. And Vaidurya Marakata Hema Mayeri Vimanir, Vaidurya stone, the lapis lazulis, these are all bedecked on that particular aeroplane. We can see all these things. So, although if you see the city canopy is decorated with pearls, yes, that's there in Vaikuntha, it's there in heavens. Domes and palaces with flags of pearl and gold, that is also there in the Vaikuntha realm. The city is always resounded with vibrations of peacocks, pigeons, and bees. Yes, these are various animals who are singing, even animals and birds who are singing. Of course, there are many more birds who are mentioned in the Vaikuntha. Sarasa, Chakravaka, Hamsas, many are there. And above the city, everybody is going with the aeroplane. Beautiful woman, that is also there. The male forms, they all have the form of Narayana. The female forms, they have form of Lakshmi. And they are all going constantly chanting Krishna Atmana Hanraja Atma Adatu Utsmayadir. So they're constantly chanting auspicious songs and they were going. And it's very pleasing to hear, very pleasing. There is the Madhvi flower who is emanating fragrance. So we remember that. Then what is the difference? If this is all similarities between heavens and Vaikuntha, what exactly is the difference? There is a difference. And that difference is about to come very soon. The heavenly planets at regular time intervals, when the time, the Kala, shows its influence in the mode of passion, the Asuras become very strong. The Daityas become very strong and they attack the heavenly planets and take over the heavens. And then demigods are homeless. Yes, they become homeless people. Yes, in the West, they call beggars as homeless. That's how they call them. So, everywhere there are homeless people. These homeless people have so much got into intoxication, they sell off their homes, they sell off their cars, they sell off everything and become homeless. So, here also demigods become homeless. And this heaven which is there, it comes under the control of the Asuras. Yes, it happens like that. So, this is not the case in Vaikuntha. Vaikuntha can never be overpowered by anybody else. That's why it's called Vaikuntha. It is never anxiety. There is one difference that we find between Vaikuntha and heavens, although it looks similar. Yeah, even in heavens, everybody has 4 hands. Yeah, both the male and the female forms, Devi, Devatas, they have 4 hands. I was hearing a lecture of His Holiness Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj, where Maharaj was mentioning that the heavenly planets are a replica of Vaikuntha. That is why sometimes both are called as Swargas. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha, we say, na? Both are called as Swarglok. Swargovasi means it can be heavenly planet resident, it can also be Vaikuntha planet resident. But the material world Swarga, that can be attacked by Asuras, number 1. Number 2, in this heavenly planets, the residents of heavenly planets are not pure devotees of Lord, they are Karma Mishra Bhaktas, which means they have desires to enjoy. And that is why it is said Apsaras are Surapriya. So the demigods and Apsaras, they have their regular enjoyment. Yes. They have license to enjoy, definitely. It's not considered some kind of perversion. Going to heaven means, yes, enjoying Apsaras is something that is accepted. Okay, this is something that you get, Apsaras and Devatas enjoy. No problem. It's not seen something as perversion, but still, if you go to the Vaikuntha planets, there is no this kind of enjoyment because everybody is absorbed in glorifying Krishna, the Sankirtan. Sankirtan is the focus, so although they have complete facility to enjoy, they have everything developed, there is nobody to say anything, but still there is absolutely no mutual attraction. Their attraction is only for the Lord. And that is the main difference. There is no rajas. There is no sexual agitation which is there in the Vaikuntha Lok. On the other hand, in the heavenly realm, this kind of agitation is there. Of course, they are never satisfied. It's another thing. They are totally frustrated, but it is there. On the other hand, the Golok Vrindavan, another thing is the earthly realm is something that is made as a replica of Golok Vrindavan. So, Golok Vrindavan, everyone has 2 hands. It has 2-handed forms. So, that's why male and female forms have 2-handed forms. So, earths are actually replica of Golok Vrindavana, 2-handed form. Heavens are replica of the 4-handed form Vaikuntha. Yes, let's go ahead. The smell is described, the sight is described, what you see. Now the sounds that you hear will be described. What sounds do you hear in Vaikuntha? Mridanga Shankha Nakadundubi Swanai Satala Veena Murajeshta Venubi Nitrei Savadye Rupadeva Gitekair Manoramam Swa Prabhayajita Prabham. Would you like to read? Okay. Padma Mataji, go ahead.
The city was filled with sounds of mridangas, conch shells, kettle drums, flutes, and well-tuned stringed instruments, all playing in concert. There was constant dancing, and the Gandharvas sang. The combined beauty of Indrapuri defeated the beauty personified.
Mm. The city defeated the beauty personified, Jita Prabham, by its beauty. So if beauty personified is a person, right? Everything is a person in the spiritual world. And similarly, every aspect has a particular demigod or deity also. So beauty also is a Sundari, is a Devi. Just like, for example, Sanatana Goswami, when he was living in Govardhan to write his books and to do his bhajan and sadhana, a lot of mosquitoes would trouble him. So he decided to leave. But when Chakleshwar Mahadev got to know Sanatana Goswami is leaving because of mosquitoes, what did Shiva do? Shiva went to the demigod of mosquitoes. Yes, even the mosquitoes have a demigod in charge. We hear this. So he had gone to the demigod of mosquitoes and told him nobody is going to trouble Sanatana Goswami. He said, no, what to speak of Sanatana Goswami, ever in the future, none of the mosquitoes will trouble you there. So that Kshetra has no mosquitoes at all. They are there, but they don't bite. They don't trouble you. So every aspect also has a demigod. So here we find that even beauty personified is a personality, a beauty, but she is defeated by the beauty of Indrapuri. Indrapuri is also called as Amaravati, the city of Indra. So it defeated. So this also means, Acharyas explain, that Indrapuri was the most beautiful place in the entire creation. Usually sun planet is very beautiful. We may wonder, what is there in the sun? It is all fire. Nothing you can see light. No, even sun planet has very nice houses, residence. In fact, Lord Krishna tells also, right, in the Bhagavad Gita, that those sannyasis who have been Naishtika brahmacharis, who never got agitated by sex life, they all are, even if they are not devotees, they may be some jnanis also, still they are promoted to the sun planet. They get that promotion. So even sun planet, there are lot of great sages. There's a classroom also, classroom program for 1,000 rishis. So they all attend the class and they get education from Vivaswan, the sun god, who is a direct student of Lord Krishna. So they have classroom, they have resident place, they have everything there. All facilities are there. The sun. So sun planet is considered to be beautiful, but it is nothing compared to the planet of Indra. That's what Acharyas explained. And usually the beauty was enchanted more. It's more enchanting because of the sounds. Mridanga, conch shell, kettle drums, flutes. You go for darshan in an ISKCON temple. The deities are beautiful. Wow. But somehow, have you observed, during the kirtan the beauty enhances more? Imagine only deities are there without any. That will never happen actually in our temples. Only deities are there, then there is no sound. There is no kirtan going on. No. Even if there is no kirtan, there will be Prabhupada's kirtan, Prabhupada going on. But there are many temples which are having 24 hours kirtan. And in this particular 24 hours kirtan, where there is mridang, kartals, devotees are singing very nicely. In such an atmosphere, the beauty of deities also seems very. It has multiplied 1,000 and million folds. That's what happens. Music visual increases the visuals. And that is why if you see many movies, not many, I would say all movies or any kind of videos, they also add this background music. Why? It gives an enhancing experience for the visuals. You get better experience. So the beauty of heavens, that visuals experience was enhanced by the wonderful sounds by the musical instruments. Okay, next. यां न व्रजन्त्यधर्मिष्ठाः फलाभूतद्रुहशताः मानिनः कामिनो लुब्धा एभिर्हीना व्रजन्ति यत्. Yes. Who like to read? Anyone? Please. Okay. Hemangi Gopeshwari Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you. No one who was sinful, envious, violent towards other living entities, cunning, falsely proud, lusty, or greedy could enter that city. The people who lived there were all devoid of these fours. Hare Krishna.
Yes. So that is why if somebody has to go to heavens, he has to be in Sattva Gun. Urdhvam gachanti sattvasta. Lord Krishna tells this in the 14th chapter, right? So heavenly planets is a destination for those in goodness. So Sattvam tu nirmalatvad. The 14th chapter, Krishna gives what is exactly Sattva. Sattvam tu nirmalatvat. Nirmalatvat, Mala means what? Mala means dirt. Dirt of anarthas. Nirmalatvat. So we are, one is purified to a great extent. Yes, so these all qualities are absent in the heavens. Nobody is, especially people are not sinful. They don't cause violence to others. And such people are not allowed to enter the cities. So demoniac propensities, one cannot enter here. So they are pure, pure in material sense, materially pure souls. Because Sattva Guna is the most purified state of existence in this material world. Yeah. Next. Tam devadhanim saviruthi nipatir bahi samantadrurudhe pritanyaya acharya dattam jalajam mahasvanam dadmau prayunjan bhayamindrayoshitam. Yes, Sunil Prabhu.
Bali Maharaj, who was the commander of the numberless soldiers, gathered his soldiers outside this abode of Indra and attacked it from all directions. He sounded the counsel given by his spiritual master, Shukracharya, thus creating a fearful situation for the women protected by Indra.
Hare Krishna. So you can see this is the difference between Vaikunta and heavenly planets. Heavenly planets can anytime be attacked by Daityas and Asuras. So immediately after all this, now can anyone imagine? Wow, what an atmosphere! What sounds! What visuals! What breeze! Wow, I would like to be here. Everybody will aspire. Oh, I wish to go and stay in this place. Let's book a flat or let's book a home. Let's book a nice bungalow here and go settle there. But immediately the reality is exposing that place. Bali Maharaj is coming, he surrounded the entire city and started attacking. He started attacking this place. So this is the reality. Same thing happens. Bhagavatam again and again gives this ground reality. How many of you studied Gajendra Moksha chapter? Gajendra's, yes, Gajendra Moksha. So even if you read the 8th canto, 2nd chapter, introduction initially, such an atmosphere. Trikuta mountain, one golden mountain, one silver mountain, one mountain of copper, iron. Yeah, it is beautiful. 3 peaks, wonderful lakes, wonderful vegetation. Everything was wonderful. But and there also again, the king of all elephants is on his family picnic. So nice with all his wives, children, brothers, relatives. Till here the story is good. But as soon as he enters waters, Hare Krishna, the crocodile Prabhu catches his feet and is not leaving him. Then the reality is exposed. So that's what happens in material world. The pleasure is always punctuated with suffering. That's the nature of this material world. Every line ends with a punctuation mark, full stop. Every line has to end. Nobody can say I will continuously keep speaking a sentence. I'll create the longest sentence, but even if you create however long sentence, you still at one point of time there will be a comma, full stop. That's the nature of this world. So the pleasure or happiness with the Apsaras were having, the Devatas were having, it got interrupted. Yes, there is nothing called everlasting happiness in this material world. The happiness in material world is simply absence of suffering. And now suffering has come. Bali is there. Next. मघवांस्तमभिप्रेत्य बलेः परममुद्यमं सर्वदेवगणोपेतो गुरुमेतद् उवाचः. Yes. Kiran Prabhu, Kiran Mataji.
See, see,
You have to read this.
yeah, yeah. Saint Bali Maharaj's indefatigable endeavor and understanding his motive, King Indra, along with the other demigods, approached his spiritual master, Brahspati, and spoke as follows. Haribo.
This is good point about all the Vedic personalities, including demigods. Any problem, they always go to their authority. They don't take independent action. Oh, Bali has come. How dare that fellow comes? Let's beat him. We'll beat him black and blue. Come on, let's attack. No, he doesn't do that. Neither he says, oh, Bali has come. He's very powerful. Let's all run away. No, he's approaching his spiritual master, Brihaspati. Yes, he's going to Brihaspati and asking, Gurudev, I need some guidance. And this is the best part. Even the king would never act independently. In fact, Vedic civilization is such that once a student enters Gurukul, there is this relationship with the spiritual master. He lives for the pleasure of Guru. Brahmachari Gurukule Vasandantu Gurur Hitam Acharan Dasavat Nicho Guru Sudrida Sauhridam. Whatever Guru says, life is centered around Guru. Even he gets married with the instruction of Guru. Yeah, he doesn't have choice. Guru says get married, he gets married. He produces children with the blessings of Guru. And please understand, one cannot even name the child. Does Nanda Maharaj name the child? No. If parents are allowed to name the child, they will name the child Chintu, Pintu, Mintu and everything. Guru name the child. Guru will name the child. So Namakaran is the adhikar of Guru, not the parents. So sometimes initially I felt bad. There are devotees would come and they will say, Prabhu, please name our child. So I would see the chart, astrological chart. Okay, this letter is very appropriate, and I'll give the name. This is the name. And in the end, they will say, Prabhu, they give some other name. I said, Prabhu, you asked me for name, I gave, and what to do, Prabhu? My parents did not like the name. Wife did not. They want some modern name, etc. Okay, fine, take it. The next I started giving options. I also improved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 options. Whatever you want to name, you name. Choose the correct answer. So they would start giving name like that. And yeah, sometimes people won't choose from them. Then I became kind of detached. Initially I felt, I told this name, you guys did not name. You named something else. Anyways, no problem. Yeah. So that's how it is to happen. Then even the Namkarana is done by the spiritual master. And every single ceremony is done by the spiritual master. So spiritual master is a very powerful person in the life of anybody for that matter. In fact, somebody who is having a spiritual master is very, very fortunate. Next. Bhagavannudyamo bhuyan balirnah purvavairinah avishahyam imam manye kenasi tejasorjita. Would you like to read? Yes. Valli Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The Lord, my Lord, our old enemy Bali Maharaja, now has new enthusiasm, and he has obtained such astonishing power that we think that perhaps we cannot resist his powers.
Yes, Yuddha Niti, the first lesson is assess your enemy. So try to understand if your enemy is powerful or you are powerful. So he has done his assessment and he has gone. And he's very poetic. Old enemy has new enthusiasm. I have faced this guy many times. And I have defeated him also. I also lost, but I have defeated him many times. And he has kind of died. He practically died with my hands. But now he's back. And I personally feel he has some astonishing power. How did he get this power? That's what he's asking. His goal of going to his guru was to inquire that how did this fellow become so powerful? I know this guy. I know him from before. He's my old enemy. Yes, I am not able to resist his strength. Imam, referring to Bali's effort or his strength. How did he, Asit, how did he become so powerful? That was the main inquiry of Indra. नैनं कश्चित् कुतो वापि प्रतिव्योढुम् अधीश्वरः पिबन् इव मुखेनेदं लिहन् इव दिशो दश दहन् इव दिशो दृग्भिः संवर्ताग्निरिवोतितः. Who would like to read? Anybody who would like to read? Okay, Padma Mataji.
No one anywhere can counteract this military arrangement of Bali's. It now appears that Bali is trying to drink up the entire universe with his mouth, lick up the 10 directions with his tongue, and raise fire in every direction with his eyes. Indeed, he has arisen like the annihilating fire known as Samvartaka. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
Usually throughout the universe there is influence of demigods. They have an influence, they have control over this entire universe. But now Indra is feeling we are losing control. And he is gaining that control and influence. So Indra could realize that slowly the whole universe is being overtaken. He is overtaking. He is doing this takeover of the universe. And we are helpless. He is able to see that he has lost control. ब्रूहि कारणमेतस्य दुर्धर्षत्वस्य मद्रिपोः ओजस्रहो बलं तेजो यत एतत् समुद्यमः. Please read.
Kindly inform me, what is the cause of Bali Maharaj's strength, endeavor, influence, and victory? How has he become so enthusiastic?
Yeah. So he has gained not only bodily strength, he has gained mental strength, he has gained sensual strength, and he has a totally different aura around him. He has become very, very enthusiastic. So, I want to know the cause. Tell me. Indra's intention was, I'll also do this. You tell me, I'll also do this and come. Right now, I'm not. I think he has done something. He has done some extra homework and come. So, what is it that I'm supposed to do to become powerful like him? Tell me. Okay, now comes our main sloka of this. Now the class will start. This is where the class starts. The final verse with the purport of Prabhupada. Shri Gururuvacha Janami Maghavan Chatror Unnatir Asya Karanam Shishyopabhratam Tejo Bhrigubhir Brahmavadibihi. Yes. Who would like to read?
You can read, Prabhu. You'd like, if anybody is not wanted to.
Okay, Kiran Mataji, we'll give chance to Kiran.
Brihaspati, the spiritual master of the demigod, said, O Indra, I know the causes for your enemies becoming so powerful. The Brahmana, descendants of Bhrigu, being pleased by Bali Maharaj, their disciple, endowed him with such extraordinary power.
Yes, thank you. Now we'll do some Anvaya. Go for word to word meaning. Shri Guruhu Uvacha. Now this word Guru itself carries that weight. Very heavy. They don't say Brihaspati Uvacha. They say Guru Uvacha. So very heavy. Guru means heavy person. Guru also means one who removes the ignorance. So now Brihaspati is removing the ignorance of Indra by giving him the knowledge. Janami. He says, I know. Maghavan. Maghavan. He's called as Maghavan. Indra is called here as Maghavan. O Indra. Shatroho unnate asya karanam. Unnati means elevation. How your Shatru has elevated. He has made an orbit shift in his power. Shatroho unnate karanam. Aham janami. I know that. What is that karanam? Shishyaya upavritam tejah. Bhrigubihi brahmavadivi. So descendants of Bhrigu, especially here he is referring to his guru Shukracharya. Yes, Shukracharya is a descendant of Bhrigu. Yes, Brahmavadibi, very powerful Brahmana. Yes, all these powerful Brahmanas, Shishyaya Upabhritam Teja, they have given their power to the Shishya. Yes, he says that. The Brahmanas, um, they have this power or ability to give their own power. Brahma Tejas is the highest Tejas. Even when Vishwamitra, that time he was called as Kaushika Raja, he had a tussle with Vashishta over Kamadhenu cow. And then Vishwamitra at one point of time, the story is very long, he had thrown thousands and thousands of arrows using his Kshatrabal, the power of Kshatriya, on Vashishta. But just by increasing his Brahma Tejas, all the arrows completely fell down. And at that point of time, Vishwamitra understood that I cannot defeat this person with Kshatriya Tejas. I need Brahma Tejas. And that's when he renounced everything and went on to become Brahmana. Eventually became a Rishi. Then he became Deva Rishi, Maharishi, and ultimately he wanted to become Brahma Rishi. But to become Brahma Rishi, he needs the blessings of another Brahma Rishi, which is Vashishta. He finally takes it. But the point is, if you compare Brahma Tejas and Kshatriya Tejas, Tejas means power. The Brahma Tejas is the highest. There is nobody more powerful than the Brahmanas. So these Brahmanas, because Bali had offered them lot of devotion and faith, he served them with lot of devotion and faith. They blessed him. They blessed him and gave Brahma Tejas to Bali. Now this Brahma Tejas is not there with Indra. He doesn't have it. Indra is not a Brahmana. The demigods mostly come under the category of Kshatriya. They are rulers, right? They are Lokapalas. So this Brahma Tejas, now he is fighting actually Brahmana. Or Indra is fighting the power of Brahmana. That's why he is saying this is not, this is, even if I do my best, I will not be able to beat these people. Because there is something special. Indra could identify. He was carrying the strength of all the Bhrigu's descendants, Brahmanas. And that's why here Brihaspati is telling Indra, it is impossible for you to counteract it. But please understand, indirectly he is telling them, Brihaspati is saying, I am not less powerful than those people. I am also equally powerful. So he is indirectly telling, you put your faith and devotion unto me, I will become pleased with you, then immediately I will give you my power and thus you can defeat them. That's what he is trying to tell. Yes, you got it? He is telling you, you also do the same, you serve me. Offer your faith and devotion to me. I'll become pleased, I'll bless, and then you become powerful, then you can defeat him. That's what he's indirectly trying to tell him. Okay. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Who would like to read the purport? Okay. Tulsi Vardhaini Mataji.
Brihaspati, the spiritual master of the demigods, informed Indra, ordinarily Bali and his forces could not achieve such strength. But it appears that the Brahmana, descendant of Bhrigu Muni, being pleased with Bali Maharaja, endowed them with this spiritual power. In other words, Brihaspati informed Indra that Bali Maharaja's prose was not his own, but that of his exalted guru, Sukracharya. We sing in our the daily prayers, Yasya Prasadat Bhagavat Prasado, Yasya Prasadan Nakadi Kutopi. By the pleasure of the spiritual master, one can get extraordinary power, especially in spiritual advancement. The blessings of the spiritual master are more powerful than one personal endeavor for such advancement. Narottama Dasa Thakura therefore says, Guru Mukha Padma Vakyam, Chitate Kariya Aikyam, Arana Kariha Manayasha. Especially for spiritual advancement, one should carry out the bona fide order of the spiritual master. By the Parampara system, one can thus be endowed with the original spiritual power coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Evam parampara prabdam imam rajasya vidhu. Bhagavad Gita 4.2.
Simple principle. but yet very profound. This is what we sing every day. But this is the secret to become spiritually very powerful. By our submissiveness to the spiritual master. Yes. Bali became submissive and he served his spiritual master, he became powerful. Indra was not serving properly. He sometimes would disrespect Brihaspati, neglect his presence, take him cheaply. Thus, Hare Krishna, he was not very powerful. He could not match the power of Bali. So what we can practically do is, it is very important that we listen. The Vani of the spiritual master is the most powerful gift that we can have. Yes. The lectures that Prabhupada has given, the lectures that spiritual master has given, we take shelter of these lectures, we listen to them, we meditate on them, we apply them, we'll become very powerful. If we get a chance of Vapu Seva, yes, let's try. Let's try to serve the spiritual master by doing some Vapu Seva. But Vani Seva is most important. Yes, we try Vapu Seva. The purpose of doing Vapu Seva is also to increase our faith in the Vani. Yes, so Vapu Seva and Vani Seva. Both are powerful, but Vani Seva is something that's available to all of us. Thanks to the Kali Yuga technology. There are lectures on YouTube, ISKCON Desire Tree. Many places we can go and get all these lectures and we can relish, we can listen and we can apply. And that's the secret to become powerful. In fact, even as per astrology, when the Rahu, the planet, the evil planet Rahu, it shows its influence. It's called Rahu Mahadasha. It stays for a period of 18 years. And that really makes a person's life hell. Even if one has all the material resources at one's hand, one will not be able to relish it, enjoy it. Health goes down, relationships get spoiled, there is no practical success. That's called Rahu Mahadasha. That is there. But, there's only one way to beat this Rahu Mahadasha. That is time. That means you have to endure it. But there is one way to beat Rahu's Mahadasha very easily, that is by taking shelter of bona fide spiritual master. If somebody takes bona fide spiritual master's shelter, one becomes really powerful. So thus, Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very powerful. The Panchatattva Mahamantra is more merciful. At the same time, even one recites one's Guru Mantra, Prabhupada's Pranati Mantra, that also carries immense power. So that is why whenever we chant our Guru's Pranati Mantra or Srila Prabhupada's Pranati Mantra, let's chant with utmost attention, awe and reverence and faith. This really blesses, the Guru blesses, because we are taking shelter of the spiritual master. Those with second initiation, they are doing the Gayatris. Jayam stuvam staste yasya stri sandhya. So we do the Guru Gayatri, we have to do it very, very attentively. Because we are actually invoking the presence of spiritual master in our heart. And remembrance with the Gayatris. So it's very important that we do it very attentively, because when Guru's influence is there in our life, our spiritual life will be very, very powerful. We'll become powerful sadhakas. Yes. So Guru Vani, Guru's Pranati Mantra, and meditation on the spiritual master. That is something which will really make our spiritual life, we'll become very powerful, stout and strong in spiritual life. That is our application. In fact, one can cross over any obstacle. How did Srila Prabhupada's disciples practically conquer the world? By going in all directions and establishing temple. Because that is because of the unflinching faith they had in Srila Prabhupada. Yes, even Srila Prabhupada said, if I have a bunch of men who listen to me, I have a plan by which we can take over the world in 18 days. Just like Pandavas, they conquered this Adharma in 18 days. One can overtake. So that unflinching faith is very important. Right? So let us try our level best by listening and taking shelter of the Vani of spiritual master, Guru and Srila Prabhupada. Take shelter. Make proper notes. Hear attentively. Apply them. Repeat it to others. And that will carry great potency in our practice and our preaching. We'd like to pause here and open for question answers.
Oh, Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for wonderful yet very nicely said that Vani and Guru and following the spiritual masters' instructions is the most important thing. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Dear devotees, if you have any questions, please go ahead and raise your hands or ask. I don't see any raised hands. Yeah, I see. Sorry. Dayamai Radha Devi Mataji, please go ahead and ask your question. Oh, yeah.
Wonderful class. Prabhuji, I have a question about the verse 8.15.22, where it mentions anyone that is falsely proud or lusty cannot enter that city, and you're mentioning this is the heavenly planets. Indra Dev is the king of the heavens, but there are so many pastimes where he's cunning, he's greedy, he has false pride and lusty nature towards even Ahilya, the wife of Gautama Rishi, or stopping Prithu Maharaj from becoming the next Indra Dev by stopping the Ashwamedha Yagya. So I wanted to ask you your clarity on that, because if the heavenly planets is for those in the modes of goodness, how is it that the king of the heavenly planets has these?
I'd like to answer this in 3-4 ways. Number one, that is not his nature. Indra by nature is devoid of lust, envy, anger, hatred, and all these things. But certain circumstances, these things surface up. There is something called purity of heart, there is something called purity of behavior. Behavior wise, purity of intention and behavior. So, at least on the platform of actions and behavior, the demigods won't do like this. This is very, very unthinkable. My God, like this, really? This happened? It's very shocking, and that is because of the influence of the material world. Till the time you are in material world, such kind of influences will happen. They do occur time and again. But that's not his general nature. Generally, if you see, Indra is a very gentlemanly person. Only he has desires to control and enjoy. These desires are there. But he wouldn't behave like that. Yes? And also, if you understand, just like in the mode of goodness also there are categorizations. The sages in the highest planets of the heavenly realm, Maharlok, Janalok, Tapalok, they are in goodness. The demigods, they are in passion goodness. And the sub-demigods like Vidyadharas, Charanas, Apsaras, Gandharvas, they are in ignorance goodness. So they are not in pure goodness also. And because of their not being in pure goodness, there is some amount of rajas or passion that comes which influences Indra also. Right? So Sattvam to Nirmalatvat. In this material world, Sattva can get contaminated with passion and ignorance. There's every possibility because you are in material world. And that happens sometimes, but that's not the generic behavior of Indra. Okay?
Sunil Prabhu, please go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Maybe I should unmute him. Hold on. Ask to unmute. I don't have the permission, I think.
And we'll unmute Sunil Prabhu. Yes. Yes, Sunil Prabhu, you can unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Thank you so much for the wonderful class. Prabhuji, my problem is like I can listen classes from every day and make notes also, but application part is very difficult, Prabhu. How do I tackle that?
You are already applying by listening attentively. Nivashtastad anugrahat. You are hearing, listening attentively. Pravishta karanarandrena dhvanam bhavasarorupam. So coming and listening to Srimad Bhagavatam itself is application of Bhagavatam. Right? So you're already doing it. And when it comes to the deeper principles of application, yes, we have to prepare ourselves to apply. We need not get discouraged. Oh my God, this is something I cannot apply right now. Okay, I'll prepare myself to apply it. Even Prabhupada, he got instruction to go and preach in the Western countries in 1922 when he met his spiritual master. So he spent his lifetime in preparation and in 1965 he left. after 43 years. So preparing to execute the instruction is also executing the instruction. So please don't lose heart, right? So we are already applying the instruction by listening every day, Nityam Bhagavat Sevaya, and attentively you are making notes. That's very nice. Okay.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Very good. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Purna Prakash Gurudas Prabhuji. Please go ahead and unmute yourself. Let me see if I can unmute. Yeah. Please go ahead and ask your question, Prabhu. Haribol.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you.
Right.
It was very wonderful class, Prabhuji. So really we are released in our class. I have a couple of questions, Prabhuji. So we talked about Devarshi, Brahmarshi, and then Rajarishi also. So Rajarishi will be like saintly king, like Parishit Maharaj and Amrish Maharaj and all others. And Devarshi would be Narada, what my understanding. So Brahmarshi will be Vashishta, Chej Vashishta and others. The differences still I'm not able to understand the actual difference between Devarshi and Brahmarshi. I understood Rajarishi. And the second question I'll ask.
I'll go one by one. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So Rishi is one who operates on an earthly realm. It is based on the tapobala they have, the power of tapasya. Based on that, these gradations. So Rishis usually operate on earthly realm. Deva Rishis on heavenly realm. Maharishis on Maharlok, etc. Birgu is a Maharshi. They operate on that realm. And Brahma Rishis are usually, they operate on the highest realm. They stay in Satyaloka with Brahma. This is as per location, one categorization. Second categorization is as per also the tapasya they performed, the austerities that they perform. So there are based on austerity, there are some qualifications. Tapasya and their pravas, the tejas they have. So based on how you get powers in Vedic times, the power is because of the tapasya that you perform. That's why Hiranyakashipu, everybody, they go and perform these penances and they become powerful. So based on the tapobal, this categorization comes.
Devarshi will be top, right, Prabhu?
No.
No? Okay.
Devarishi is, of course, Narada is Devarishi, Vyasdev is Maharishi. How can Devarishi be Guru of that? That is materially.
Okay.
Materially, that's the position. But spiritually, Narada Muni is his spiritual master. Right? So in Bhakti, Narada is superior.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So another question is Bali Maharaj. Prabhuji, Bali Maharaj is actually a devotee. He's a devotee of Lord. But still, he has actually he was giving a lot of problem for all demigods, and then they are requested to Lord to do something for that. So the devotee could do that abominable activities or troubling for others, others, right, Prabhuji? So that's I want to just if you.
Yes. So these are personalities like Vritrasura, and Vritrasura is also a pure devotee. Chitraketu Maharaj from previous life. He is also troubling Indra and demigod. They are doing their duty as an asura. So here also, if you see, Bali is doing his duty as a Daitya, is to take the throne. Daityas and Devatas have an old equation. That way even Garuda and Kaliya, they have some equation. So they are acting in this material world as per their nature. But as such, even Bali needed some kind of purification. Just like Dhruva also needed some purification. Dhruva Maharaj saw the Supreme Lord and got this purity. But after the episode of Yaksha, Swayambhu Manu's association gave him maturity. Yes, so although having seen the Lord, Dhruva Maharaj also acts in a way of going overboard, killing the Yakshas. Yes, so purity was there, but maturity was lacking. So he gets that through this experience. So similarly, it is very important that we understand the devotees like Vritrasur, Garuda, they all act as per their natures while they are in this material world. So as a Daitya, they have to be naturally opposed to the Devatas. So he is just playing his part.
Yeah. Like human, we are the devotee. We do always try to serve the Lord, but still we are attached to some mayas, and always as human. So that is there. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you,
That
Prabhu.
will be there. That's why we are in material world. There's some
Yeah.
purification.
required. Yes, and yeah, nicely explained, Prabhuji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, dear devotees.
I think I still see Pon Prakash Prabhuji, but I think it is just
He's not lowered his hand.
Yeah. So thank you, Ross. Thank you for the wonderful class, Prabhu. So I don't see any also messages. So let's pray our obeisances to Prabhuji. Anybody has Vancha kalpata patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha ananta koti Vaishnava Brand ki jai.
His grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji ki jai. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hari bol.
Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Jai. Thank you, everyone. Closing the call for today.